Shalom again, Israel. Another thing, that's why I don't worry about anything. I just try to obey the Most High, regardless of what they say and how they try to make this world looks like. You ain't gonna be able to do this. You ain't gonna be able to do that. If you don't do this, you can't do this. You can't go here. You can't. Look, the Most High controls everything, as I said. Elijah the prophet never doubted the Most High. When Elijah was worried about fighting a whole city of dudes by himself because he thought he was alone, what the angel tell Elijah? The Most High tell the angel to tell Elijah, I have reserved me 7,000 men in the city, which means that Elijah was going on about his business, thinking he was the only one living and trying to obey the Most High because he saw everybody else going with the program. Elijah thought they was going with the program. The Most High said, no, I have reserved me 7,000 men in the city. They worship me. Now they're going about their daily duties under this oppressive king, but they're with me, which means they're with you, which means, Elijah, you're not alone. So Elijah was encouraged because he thought it was by himself, but he wasn't. Also, when Elijah was going up against King Ahab, and the Most High told Elijah, go ahead, pretty much go to the wilderness by yourself. And Elijah was there not knowing how he was going to eat, not knowing how he was going to get clothes. But he didn't question the Most High. He obeyed the Most High. And what happened in first? The Most High had ravens bring Elijah food. Elijah wasn't worried about, well, they said, I can't go here and eat if I don't do this. If I don't listen to King Ahab, I can't go in the city and give me no food. I can't go in there. I can't go in the city and go to the gym or to the where they playing sports. I can't do any of that because Ahab said I ain't worshiping what he want me to worship. Elijah wasn't worried about that because he was staying loyal to the Most High, and the Most High fed him. Also, King Ahab and his priests of Baal, which the world has now, is filled with priests of Baal, because if you're not worshiping the Most High Lord God only, you're a priest of Baal and you're a follower of Baal. Because they was introducing gods to the Israelites back then that could so-called do amazing things and have people thinking that the gods can do amazing things, these graven images. Because Ahab was evil as hell, remember? He and Jezebel, they was evil as hell, but that dude ruled for a long time. The Most High allowed him to rule Israel for a long time. And he was wicked. So that means his system was set up, he was prospering. And the Most High allowed it because he knew what his end was going to be for him. Kill him and cut off his seed forever, which he did. But even with that, Elijah thought he was by himself again. Like, I got to fight this whole system of Baal. Elijah was doing it because he trusted in the Most High. So it was 450 prophets of Baal, remember? And it was just Elijah. And they had been worshiping their false gods for a long time. So Elijah finally said, let's have a contest. You're going to make this altar. Y'all call on y'all God first, or gods. Then I call on mine. We ain't got to flip a coin. You can go first. You can shoot first. Oh, they tried all day, calling on their false gods. Remember, there was people in position. They had power. They had prosperity. They had all those things. All the things that a lot of these Baal priests and pastors and camp leaders have now. Power and prosperity. So people look at them and say, oh, they must be blessed of the Most High. No, because the Most High allows so-called evil people to prosper because he knows what their end is going to be. And he wants to test his elect ones, his chosen ones, to see if you're going to obey me or you're going to obey them. So that system with Ahab and his priests, 450 of them at least, doing that thing, they were prospering. They were doing real well. And Elijah was like, okay, we have a contest. Call on your God and make fire come from heaven. Go ahead. They did it. They prayed. Elijah was like, hey, man, keep doing it. Go ahead. I give y'all all the time in the world. Maybe y'all God or y'all gods, maybe he sleep. Maybe he ain't listening. Maybe he went on vacation. Keep calling. Keep calling. They did everything. Guess what? Their false gods didn't have any power. They couldn't do anything. Just like the false gods that are worshiped now can't do anything. So Elijah said, y'all done? Good? You cool? Had enough time? Like all day. Y'all good? What you think? Maybe you sleep. Maybe you sleep. Maybe he hear you. My turn? Yeah, my turn. Okay. Elijah did his thing. Poof. Most High right away. Because the Most High is the one and only God. Elijah believed in him. He trusted in him. He didn't believe the doctrine of the Baal worshipers. So he got provided food. He got provided vengeance. He got provided glory. They were scared of Elijah when they saw him. They were scared of Samuel when they saw him. These dudes were priests. See, people think the priests are the Most High like some punks or something. No. Cats give you that work. But there's a lot of things that we are restricted of doing because we're still in captivity. But when the children of Israel rule again and the Most High cleans us up and shows us how to properly follow him, because every time we came back from captivity, he had to put it on the Levites again and teach them so they could teach Israel. Like, I know some things, but I don't, man, please. I let the Spirit of the Most High move me, so I study and I share. And that's going to happen again. That's why Nehemiah and Ezra, when you read that, when they came back, when the Most High stirred up the kings of Persia, let them go back to Jerusalem and rebuild my city, my holy city. Because this punishment for them is over. Remember when they went back? A lot of them were married to the people of the lands, but the Most High told them not to do that. They didn't know any better, though. They didn't know. But when they got back, what does it say? They found the book of the law, and they opened up the book of the law, and they were like, ah. And they separated themselves from all the people of the land and focused on one another and how to worship the Most High properly, because they didn't know. They did not know how to worship the Most High properly. They hadn't been doing any feast days. They wouldn't do it because they was in captivity. Remember, you couldn't say you was a Jew. They'd kill you. And it's going to be just like this now. So we don't properly know how to do things, regardless of what people are telling you, because the Most High said his feast days, his Sabbaths, he was going to hate them because we ain't going to do them on the right day, during the right time of the year. Because he said our oppressors were going to change everything. They was going to change the calendar. They were going to change the weeks. So we can think the Sabbath is on the seventh day of the week if that's how we worship it. But I guarantee you, based off the position of the moon and stuff, all these years and these months are not starting when the Most High said they was going to start, like in the beginning of days. And as far as our beginning of year start was during the Exodus, remember? So who knows when that is? Cats think they know, they don't know. They just being hard-headed. They just doing what they want to do. Because the Most High said we wouldn't remember any of that stuff. Because he was going to cause us to forget. That's why he says, I'm going to clean y'all up. He has his elect. Well, he says, whatever sins they do, I don't see that. I'm going to forgive them. Because the Most High says he controls everything anyway. I trust him. And I try to live to worship and to please the Most High Lord God only. Ain't no middle ground with me. If you worship somebody else other than the Most High, that's on you. We can't really have no dealings. If you acknowledge someone other than the Most High, I can't really have no dealings with you. And we cool. But we ain't cool. That's cool. If you try to play somebody with the Most High when he says don't do that, I can't have no dealing with you. I don't even care about you disliking me. It's cool. It don't matter, because I'm worried about if the Most High likes me or not. And I know he likes me and I know he loves me. I don't take that for granted. I don't. So I wake up every day. How can I please you, Father? How can I worship you today, Father? Properly. How can I serve you today, Father? And he says the whole duty of man, my whole duty is to fear him, and to keep his commandments. Ecclesiastes 12, 13, and 14, for the Most High God will bring every secret thing to judgment. Because regardless of what they tell you, the Most High Lord God, the Creator, is the only God. He's the only Lord. He's the only judge. He will not allow anything to happen to you unless He ordains it. Nothing can happen to you unless the Father ordains it. And if He ordains it, it's going to happen, regardless of what you say or regardless of what you do. This goes back to them trying to kill us off. You ain't got to believe this, but this has been the plan and the agenda, because this is the part of the Father's punishment. He said He was going to destroy us, not physically, totally, but mentally, emotionally, financially, status-wise, self-esteem-wise, and He has done it. Because I still hear us complaining about us all the time and not understanding why is that. Why come our businesses can't survive? Why come we don't really own anything? Because we don't own the land. We don't own the power plants. We don't own the water. Oh, we used to. The scriptures say we used to lend to everybody. But the Most High said, no, I'm going to take all of that from y'all and I'm going to give it to the Gentiles. And y'all going to borrow from them. He said, all of them are going to hate y'all. And y'all going to hate yourself. All of them going to try to kill y'all. And y'all going to kill yourself. Y'all going to hate one another. Going to break up your families. See, the Most High does all of that. They don't do that. He's using them to do that. There's a belt. But that belt, he's slowly taking it out of their hands. And what you don't understand is that they're telling you what they're doing. They have to. So I trust the Father, the Creator, the Holy One of Israel. Do y'all know how many angels the Father had? Y'all know how many angels the Father created on the first day and put them to work when He said, let us make man in our image. Let's make the rest of this stuff. Get to work. I don't know. But when you read, it's in the, who knows? Because the Most High can make them like that. And plus, He don't need any help because He is everything. And a lot of people think the Most High really made some angels and some entities that could fight Him, that could destroy Him. It's a war. It ain't no war. It's a playground. The Most High allows that things to test His children of Israel. That's why Paul taught about the son of perdition. The son of perdition, the man of sin, was going to do great things. He was going to be so convincing that even if it was possible, he would be able to deceive the elect of the Most High God, but that's not possible. But he was going to be that good, though. Because even the elect of God, of the Most High, going to be like, dude, making a lot of sense. I'm kind of, no, the Most High said that's how good the man of sin was going to be, the son of perdition. And He said this son of perdition, the man of sin, is going to exalt himself as like he's God. He's going to sit in the temple like he's God. He's going to be worshiped as he's God. The Most High said He was going to test us with somebody like that in Deuteronomy 13. Also the vision and apocalypse of Abraham. And Paul wrote about that. Paul said Christ will not be revealed until the son of perdition. Christ will not return until the son of perdition is revealed, and not knowing they're the same thing. Because Christ is exalted as He's God. Because Colossians 1:15 and 1:16, Paul was writing to them that Christ made everything. He was before all things, and all things are created by Him and for Him. So if He's before all things, He made Himself God. Paul was writing that everybody going to sit in the judgment seat of Christ, in front of the judgment seat of Christ. And the Most High said, nope, I'm going to judge y'all. So Paul was actually writing about the son of perdition and telling people about him when he was teaching them. And also Luke 4:8, you got to listen to this now. That version of Christ said, get thee behind me, Satan, for it is written, thou shalt worship the Lord thy God, and Him only shalt thou serve. Now, you read everybody else, people told Satan to flee from him, flee from them. But when you get behind somebody, you're supporting them. That's that version of Christ. Because that is a version of Jesus said He wasn't God. He was just a man. They don't want to talk about that one, though, who said He only came for the children of Israel to teach them the law, statutes, and commandments, and to let them know they're Israelites. He ain't got no power. They don't teach about that one, though. But I'm just saying. All praises to the Most High. Shalom.